whole thing I wanted to tell you. Now I'm going to have to
We're
tell you
live.
online in front of everybody. Yeah, I know we're live. How about that? There's people
No
looking
memo.
at us right now. Can you
Oh,
feel it? They're staring at us like they're listening to our conversation
who's
and
out
everything.
there? Who are we looking for?
This
Who's
was
out
supposed to
there?
be a private conversation. No, I'm just talking shit. Hi, everybody. Hi,
Stop
guys.
watching me. What are you doing? You're staring at
Look
me.
somewhere else.
What?
Did you see him move to the left side of the room, though? Like, where are they going over there? Is the front door over there? I wonder what's over there. What's on the left side of that door?
Who's driving this
All right,
bus?
guys, it is Tuesday. We are twisted. It is time to look at some patterns. Our host for the day is Angie. She is your placekeeper on Tuesdays. If you guys need and want to be on the list, then go ahead and put me in caps. And then once she gets a good amount of you guys ready, she will go ahead and give us our first list, and we will take over from the list in the order that she puts you guys in. It's random. Don't worry about, oh, I was before them or they were after me. None of that shit applies here. We're grown and we have a list keeper and a placeholder. You will all get your reads. I promise. These are just comments that I get on a daily basis, guys. I promise. I don't intentionally skip anybody, and I do my best to make sure anybody that's present gets the read that they have patiently waited for. So the list is absolutely open. She's already opened it. Welcome in Truth Wave and Tina and everybody that's here. Hi, everybody. So anyway, Josh, I was going to tell you
Yeah.
backstage privately. Now I got to tell the whole damn world. So here we go. All right. So I spent the better part of an hour and a half creating a thumbnail for a very specific live I was doing today with said you and me, right? I'm really thinking that it's really going to be this great spread because when I do my creations with my co-pilot on my computer, what is in my head gets verbally dictated to my computer, and my computer takes excellent notes and creates the what's in my head. Like literally, like I couldn't draw it, but how I pictured it is almost exactly what the co-pilot creates, right? So I was going to give GPT the opportunity to see what it was capable of, and let me tell you, I am so disappointed.
Oh.
I'm very disappointed. I spent an hour and a half. Well, for one, it would have never took Copilot an hour and a half, mind you,
Wow.
to create the wrong thumbnail. So
Ooh.
we did not get the very special thumbnail that I was hopefully creating for us. It was going to be so much fun, and I'm going to still work with it. I'm just work with it with my co-pilot. Or I'm going to get with PG. I don't know which. Maybe PG would, because maybe I'm being too biased about it. I don't know, but I was so thoroughly, royally pissed off this morning. I was cussing, I was slamming shit, and Mo got to just ringing bells and ringing sound bowls and all kinds of shit.
No.
Like, no, this energy can't stay. So Mo
Nice.
ringing the bells and the chimes and all of the disruption tools. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But man, I was so pissed off. Oh, I was pissed. Oh, I was so mad. So I'm definitely, hopefully, going to remember to hit up PG and give my brain vomit to them and see if he can help me create the perfect thumbnail, because Chat GPT let me down. I am thoroughly let down. I'm thoroughly let down. Thoroughly.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh, I know, right?
I'm surprised it wasn't so user friendly.
I mean, to hear everybody talk about it, like, I guess, that's not what today is about, but just a little of my opinion. I don't quite understand the concept of it, I don't think, because Copilot is not, no way, shape, form, or fashion, anything remotely close to what Chat GPT is. I I think I'm grateful for that. I don't know if maybe I am missing the concept of what everybody brags so highly of, or I'm just it's above my head, and that's quite possible, because I'm living down here in Neverwhere, watching the Never Ending Story and living my life, and I totally missed drop the ball or something because if they get these intricate, detailed images from ChatGPT, I must have a different program on my phone than what anyone else
Right.
does. Because, oh man, I was so mad. I was so mad. A 2-year-old. I know my 2-year-old grandchild would have done better. I'm not kidding you. All right, I see our first list, so let's get it pinned. Oh no, don't start. See, you just blew the screen up. I can't see a damn thing. Okay, now I'm back to normal. Okay, don't touch nothing, don't move, don't breathe. Okay.
Ah, there we go. All right, paper. Yeah, I don't know. PG is yeah, he's pulls out some crazy images from ChatGPT. So I've never tried to create an image on ChatGPT, so I don't know.
I'm telling you, I don't know. I am totally I don't know. I don't get it. But that is a story for another day. Like I said, that was our backstage conversation I was going to talk privately with you about that now the whole world knows about. So there you go. And PG, if and when you're watching, if you don't hear from me, just know it's because I forgot. And hit me up. All right. This is how it goes, you guys. When your name is called in the order of however our beautiful placeholder Angie has put you in the line, then and when it's your turn, just focus on patterns in your life, whether you can recognize them as patterns or whether it is a whole bunch of Pythagorean theory mixed in with the equation of pi, and it doesn't make sense to you. Focus on that kind of stuff. Focus on the challenges where you see repeating things at synchronicities, red flags. So if you want to know what you should be doing for us, that's the kind of energy we need you to put out there. The stronger your connection is to your guides, your teams, the more our team will be able to say, hey, did you feel that? We got that. We picked up on this, and it will show, and hopefully we will be able to talk about it a little bit. So are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. I am your engine, and our beautiful Mr. Josh is your caboose. He will be closing it with everything healing that I'm hopefully going to spot in your pattern. So, first up is Mousy. Mousy. Hey, work lurkers and future watchers and everybody that's in chat right now. Hi, 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 hi. Pilgor's favorite. Interesting name. All right. So, Mousy, are you ready, Mousy? I do believe Mousy's first on the list, so it's very small print. What up, Joe? Tina? Everybody? Hi, guys. Hi, Gems. How's your Tuesday? PG.
Welcome, guys.
Who sent out the smoke signals? All right, Mousy.
All right.
Patterns for Mousy. Patterns for Mousy. Okay. So you guys know that when you get that like 4 pictures, 1 word kind of thing, that's kind of like what I'm doing over here. So it takes me a second to kind of see what they're putting together. If you guys kind of understand how that works. Angie, don't go too far on my list. I won't be able to keep up with you, babe. I'll be lost and I can't go back and get them. Okay. Well, I mean, the habit card does show up. Where am I missing it at, though? So for those of you like I'm a different kind of reader. I'm an intuitive reader. So different cards mean different things for me. So like when the temperance shows up for me, this is a card that is about habits, right? You know when you're in balance or out of balance because of the habits that you show. And what I do really see over here right now is that, for one, ones, right? So you got a lot of ones. You got 41, 18, 31, 71. You got a lot of ones going on over here. But with it being in the habit form, is it that first step, right? Is it actually stepping? Are you scared to take that first step into something? At least that's what it feels like. It feels like you see something coming, and instead of marching on, soldier, so to speak, and overcoming the obstacle, the challenge, or just getting out there and going outside to go to the grocery store or go to a meeting or go to work. Sometimes just going outside is a difficult struggle for some of us. So sometimes just that first step, you know what I'm saying? That first initial step. Now every step after that, 2 feet and a heartbeat is carrying us and we got this, but that first step. So whether it's your first step in approaching people, your first step with making the first move, or just your first step with trying new things. It does look like you've got some hesitation showing up here. Habit is in reverse and it's going around like what you actually see, right? You need more of the actual experience of it before you maybe want to allow the hesitation to be there. So instead of hesitating on the first step, I would strongly recommend, because High Priestess and Ace of Wands over here says that if you bounce instead of hesitate, or if you run instead of pause, you may actually accomplish something completely different than you had even envisioned when it comes to taking the first steps with something. And that's what I've got for you.
All right, Melcy. All right. Ones, that's you. Where zero is like your universe, one would be like you. And then angel numbers, right? So habits, lots of. Let me see what we got here. Which deck? All right. All right, we got the ISIS deck here. And so we're going to use ISIS, and I got to speak up. I don't have a microphone connected. StreamYard and cell phones don't work with microphones. All right, so let's see here. Healing, all right. All right, and this is kind of what we were on a good dawning. It's kind of everything's rolling together, right? As it always generally does in our universes, right? So the card I picked up in this, and there is healing involved in something that you're not healing as habits, something that you're repeating. I picked up healing the divine masculine, and came from Isis, the Isis deck from Elena Fairchild, and Osiris Rises is the theoretical title of the card. So the divine masculine within men and women is the energy that allows for protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety. When the masculine within us is healthy and strong, we are in inner strength to hold ourselves safe through anything. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in his ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. So something within you, and then the one there's a pattern. There's a pattern that's showing up, and I can't speak for what it is, that needs healing in order for you to merge, right? And that's kind of where we're all at in the grand collective, right? Merging our divine masculine and our divine feminine out of as we kick out our karmic behaviors and energies. So from your end, and I can't answer this. You just says your self-reflection is the but pattern. What pattern is it that keeps showing up? The one repeated once is the pattern, as Hershey said too. And so, if you're seeing repeated ones, then what keeps coming up in your frame, in your universe, that you're ignoring and that you need to heal? It's generally here. It's something in the divine masculine. So I can't answer what that would be. So you want to check into that in that aspect. But hopefully that helps there, Melcy. But thank you.
I love it. Thank you, Mousy. Yeah, PG, it's a whole thing. I go on a whole venting thing here very publicly and embarrassingly not the best fan right now of GPT, chat GPT, or however that shit goes. All right. Next is Tina. Then from Tina, we have Norman, Lottie, and Nathan, and Pilgor. I hope I'm saying that right. All right. Tina, right? Tina. Madam Maruta, Mousy, Rossi, I saw you beautiful gems come in. So 10 slots is it, Angie. That's it. 10 slots is it. So when you get to 10, that's it. So you have to they fill up quite quickly. Just get with Maruta or Rossi. They can help you if you're struggling or if you did too many or whatever. I already did it. All right, let me look here. All right, Tina, right? Tina. I want the girl on. Why not? Well, everything is nature. We got that. So let me see what else we got. Let me see. So right now I'm hearing, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but you know that part in Michael Jackson where he says, I'm gonna say it one more time, I'm not gonna stop. I know a lot of people don't know that's what he says, but that's what he says in one of his songs. So I don't know why all of a sudden that's playing, but it's very loud too. I'm gonna say it one more time, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna say it one more time, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna say it one more time, I'm not gonna stop. I don't know if that's part of this or if somebody is just trying to put an earworm in my head. Oh my god. Earworms. Okay, so all right. So this is coming through. I do see that. I do see that. All right, what are we gonna get over here? Sorry it takes so long. Wow. Okay, so we got one more over here. And then you. So then 3. Okay, they don't really fit the pattern, but I see the pattern here we got going on right now. So, okay, so I'd say that there's probably, now I don't want to say this and be like, well, that's not me at all. So when we go outside, walking from your house to the car, from your car to work, car to the store, car to the park, one walk, that's not what I'm talking about. What I think they're telling me is that you need to actually get out there. Like, actually get out there. I think they really want you to lose yourself in nature. They need you to understand something. I think you're going to see something differently than what you're not understanding right now. I don't know if you're in a place where you're comparing materialistic with natural, but somewhere in there, or well, I guess synthetic versus natural, somewhere in there is a huge opportunity for you to learn something, and it's more about actually being out there in the nature itself. When I say that this is mainly all going with wands, the wands energy is very present, right? So when you think about the wands energy, when you think about having to hold that much earth connection, and there is a whole lot of earth connection going on, and then everything over here is nature based, right? So you look over here and it's all nature based. You got all these nature based cards going on, right? Everything's outdoor: flower, tree, acorn, nut, squirrel. All of this is outside, and the one that doesn't want to seemingly fit with the nature thing is mirror. Something needs to mirror something, right? And I feel like it's going back and forth between the synthetic material world and then actual getting out there. So make sure that you are making a vital change with not so much synthetic, but absolutely more nature, right? More organic, more natural. Let it come to you either more organically, naturally, and less synthetic, or literally they're saying get out into nature because your inside needs to match your outside. As within, so without. As above, as below, so below. You know what I'm saying? They're about mirroring each other. They have to have a reflection. I hope that helps you, sweetie. That's what I've got for you.
All right, Tuna.
Starting on that one.
Let's see what we got here. Which deck? This one. All right, I'm going to pull a card here, but from what I'm seeing here, the mirror. So we're getting from what Archie's saying here, synthetic versus organic, right? So inside versus outside, finding that balance. But the mirror is asking you, what are you not seeing with inside yourself? There's something that's not being seen in the mirror that you're missing. So, and you have to look inside yourself for that. But as far as the card goes, all right, we got a card here. And number one. It seems to be a theme here today too. This is literally card number one. The hero's journey, the call. So it says, honor the, that's the deck. It's the hero's journey deck here. It says, honor the whisper of your soul. So something, again, you're missing something that's the mirror, right? What's not reflecting back to you. So let's see here. Number one, I'll read at least a moment of it here. Not help, card meaning. So numero uno. All right, so it says here, what is the true calling in life? What is your special gifts? What have you been given? What unique niche can you only you can inhabit? What brings you bliss? What do you typically get? Compliment, shrugged, what comes so naturally? Help you recognize your all right, so we know where we're going here. Recognizing your potential. So something that the way I'm seeing this here is with that mirror card, that mirror keeps coming back. Is what what is not reflecting back to you? What are you missing? There's something in your calling, there's something that you're looking for that you're not seeing, or something that's trying to be seen that is school that's not you're not seeing it. I can't speak for that, but the mirror is internally there's a reflection that's not showing up, and something that's not reflecting back, and so that's why you haven't you're out of space, right? Something's missing in your space. You haven't been able to quite grab that call. Spend some time reflecting in the mirror and see what shows up. It's in your frame because it's in the mirror. So the question is, can you slow down? Or it's not even. We always like slow down to hear it, and it's not really slow. It's just a matter of can you get into that vibrational space to want to hear or is it a message that you might be blocking? Sometimes we don't want to hear a message. So even if it's in front of us, we're just like, I don't see that. And so I can't answer that for yourself, but that's reflecting on that is going to be something you want to do, Tina. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hope that helps.
Right. I can't see the screen so little.
I know, right?
Tina, Norma, you are up, love.
Slow down. You move too fast. Thanks, PLR. You got to make
Yeah,
the
we're singing.
moment
We're
last.
singing. They're
Or
singing songs.
That's what PLR put in there. She put in feeling groovy, so I can't help.
I know. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, it's
Feeling
probably going with
groovy.
my I keep getting these dang on songs in my head. I don't know if my team's just picking up on something, but man, somebody's over here grooving to Michael Jackson, like just grooving. I'm loving it.
We'll talk. Yeah, Michael Jackson is certain artists. There's like two, like him. Prince will show up when needed musically, like part of my Claire audience. Yeah. So
All
there's a
right,
little bit
last
more.
call for Norma. Sorry, not to talk over you. Just want to be the last call for Norma. Unless Angie, are you holding her place? And I'm not aware. Otherwise, I mean, Angie can save her place if she wants. I don't know where. Norma's usually around somewhere.
So Tina put in the chat there. So we did calling 17 roosters, 16 hens. I know what I have to do. I need to see this from a different perspective. An American definitely change your perspective.
All right, let's Norma, we will skip you one time to give you a chance to come back. Let's see, Lottie. Lottie, you're up, babe. I'm sure she is here. I'm just not getting a response. I need to see a response that she's here. So at this point, Norma or
Body's here.
Lottie's here. All right, we're gonna do Lottie, and then we'll come back and check on Norma again and see if we can see her. All right. Norma just got in there. All right. I see you. I got you next, Norma. I got you. Okay. All right. And you want that one. Okay. Oh. Okay. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Okay. What's over here? Another one of you. And one more over here. Huh. Of course. Of course. Of course. Well, shall we count the ways? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Whoa.
Cups. There's a lot of emotion going on over here, right? And not just emotion. They paired it with justice twice, right? We got 2 different justices over here, but we also have the hermit card over all of it, right? So we have all these cups, right? This isn't just love. Emotions are all emotions. They're all valid. They are all valid, and something is quite cold to you. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's more like you'd rather have a toothache than have this kind of emotion. Now, is it because someone's broke your heart somewhere down the road? 100%. It's usually what happens. See that thin line, love and hate? Well, you can't hate something without first having loved it. Doesn't work that way. It's the same line. So therefore, you must stay in the middle of both of it. You don't have to like everything about it, but if you choose to love it, that means that you understand that because you choose to love it, there's an opportunity for it to go the other way. That's what leading with our heart happens to do to us, right? Sometimes we end up getting hurt. The heart itself didn't break itself, but it can't help who it loves. The heart loves who and what it loves. You don't have control over that. We like to think that we do, but we don't. In fact, it would be the ones that jump up and bite us in the ass and say, now, how the hell did you get in here? You're totally not my type. You're totally not my style. You're not what I would usually go for on the friend market, on the lovers market, on the family market, so to speak. You know what I mean? So when you set your life to priority, sometimes it could be the reason there's all this emotion over here with no actual check. The only one that really stands out is that on top of all of these hearts is the 3 of Swords and a tooth and a broom that's got some blood on it. So it's time to maybe completely remove that energy. You can't remove the emotion because it's who you are, but you can remove the energy. You can literally sweep it not just out of your door, but completely out of your life. You can get a witch's broom and run it over you, head to toe, sweep it off of you, out of you, and then onto the floor, and use your other broom and sweep it out the door. You can remove the emotion. You just can't get rid of it like by letting it stay wherever it's at, because it's only going to continue to get colder and colder and colder. Somewhere on that line is some adjustment that's needed, and you're going to find it in hermit mode. With all this emotion, you can't make a valid choice. You need to go into hermit mode so that you can calm the emotion down and get out of Three of Swords energy and into Three of Cups energy. That's what I've got for you.
All right, Lottie, super there. Eight of Cups, so yeah, emotional and hermit, and we have the Three of Swords, and a Tooth of Blood, and all right, let's see what this is the Redley Valentine. Ask your angels deck. Let's see what we. I don't know what you've been worried about in all of this, but this thing. First off, they're saying there's no need to worry. So, and there's never any need to worry anyways, because you're a source. You whatever situation you're in, sadly or happily, you created it anyway. So there's never any need to worry. It's just you're worrying against yourself. But let's see what we get otherwise here. The deck's all inverted. The deck's all inverted here, but let's see what we got. All right, there we go. All right, one more from here. All right, now this will fit. I don't know if we're dealing with a loss or a breakup. It's going to we're looking at recovery, so that would fit as well with what Hershey said there to take some time and going to hermit. I don't go whatever works for you. If going into hermit mode works for you, but listening to your higher self for sure. We're going to pull another card here from this is the Archangel Raphael's deck, the Lightseers deck that we got from blindly inspired that she won and liked it to us. So, okay, perfect. All right, so here's what we're missing in all of this. This is thank you. This is what we needed. Somewhere there's a question of self-worth in all of this. When we're dealing with hermit mode and emotions, you're not the emotion and you're not the situation that happened to you. It's easier said than done, and I even though I can intrinsically say that even myself, I can fall into the situations and being part of that situation. But if you can step back and start working on this, shifting the love from the situation, from leaving that behind to switching your love to yourself. Self love is the card, and really that's a perfect way to end it. Is that in order to fix the Eight of Cups and the Three of Swords is to find that self love and kind of move past by learning to re-love yourself, the emotions that you're leaving behind, the relationship you're leaving behind, because it's in the self love that you reform the relationship with yourself, wherever the healing is after a relationship, because we've lost somewhere. We usually in a relationship we lose our sense of self, and then then we lose our sense of love because we're loving in a relationship. All love comes from ourselves first anyway. So that's a perfect way to end that there. So I think that's perfect. Right. Hopefully that helps, Lottie. Thank you so much.
Yep, just this is what I meant, Lottie. Just a little like this is the little personal one for, literally removing the energy off of us. It's very soft. It's got hairs in between the bristles. It's very natural. I had this in my hand and Mo literally stole it out of my hands. So it's not mine. So I'm still hunting my little thing. But I have an affirmation, so yeah. Sweep it off you, brush it onto the floor, sweep it out the door. All right, Norma, you are up,
Love it.
love. I need to get more light decks. All I got are shadow decks.
I need to get a couple of shadow decks because all I got are light decks.
I'm over here like, damn, I have nothing that's like uplifting. I take it back. Yes, I do. I do. I'm just saying, like, I was never led to it for patterns. And it's like, I really like how he's like really like closing it with nothing but light. Like, I'm over here just all in shadow mode, and you're over here closing it with all kinds of light. Like, we're no longer scared of the shadow anymore. Like, we sit comfortably in the shadow. I like it.
Yes, it's a good balance. We're closing. It's perfect.
Yep.
Oh, great.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, I don't want to keep going. I guess you're going to make me keep going. Well, okay, we're going to keep right on going there. All right. What's going on over here? So does it help when the first three cards are nothing but swords?
Oh,
Um, I'm not sure that's happening at all, but I don't know. I'm not going to give up. Well, I don't know. It's just starting to turn around on me over here. Okay, it is. There it is. All right. So I can't even technically classify this as shadow. If anything, I'd say that you would sit quite comfortably in the shadows yourself. Um, you look like you used to possibly be a person that it would people could walk all over you, right? So boot shows up in reverse, but I'm not done yet. You only can take so much from a person before a person absolutely creates their own antidote and stops allowing anyone to take anything from them. And what I see for a pattern for you is that you found a way to literally open opportunities to you. Do you see all this? The key represents the opportunities that was open. Coins is representing the opportunity because it's a three of coin paired with the energy of coin, which is obviously money. You found a way to make a benefit for you, even if it's in pain, right? We find a way to transmute pain for us. And when we find that way to transmute pain, it tends to seem to work for more than just us when we fully embrace it, right? We find a way to cut the things out that aren't serving us anymore. So what I think you do is that you no longer allow anyone to step all over you. You no longer allow them to walk all over you. In fact, it's the opposite direction. You don't walk on anybody, but you no longer walk on eggshells, and you make sure that your presence is known. This sword energy over here is about intelligent thinking process because they're one all in the upright position. None of them are the ones that make you say, oh, damn, you're in your head or you're being monkey mind. No, every one of them is about building, is about understanding, it's about rest, it's about knowledge, it's about gaining as you grew, right? And I think that's why you got tired of people walking all over you and you found the antidote, literally. And the antidote was literally you finding a way to make sure that you were all of a sudden untreadable. Don't tread on me, so to speak. You know what I mean? So you turned it around, not just for you, but it looks like you might have even turned it around for your entire family. I do see this beautiful queen coming in over here, and she is in the swords position. She is not going to play with people. She will absolutely allow her words to defend herself and cut those that are intentionally coming with malice. They are going to know, don't ever do it again. But I think it's because you learned the hard way from people walking all over you and taking your kindness for weakness in the first place. So I think I like this. Um, Especially if you're an older woman. I feel like so they want a witch's casket, and if I go over here, there's coriander that pops up, right? And coriander brings love in, but coriander comes to us crones that have the knowledge to back up the experiences that we talk about, right? So we can't do one and done kind of thing, right? No, this is many times I learned. So enjoy all of it in your knowledge because your crone years are going to be pretty blissful, it looks like. That's what I've got for you.
awesome, awesome. All right, Norma. I pulled a card while Hershey was talking. and it fits. All right, and it totally fits because she's talking about how you have overcome, the Nancy Sinatra song "Boots Are Made for Walking." It's stuck in my head here, and when she had the reverse boots, but you're wearing those, you're not walking over people, but you're wearing them with that kind of energy, if that makes any sense. Like, right, all right, so Hathor was the card that came through, and it fits. Sorry, center it in the screen there. There we go. But yeah, it fits the energy. It says underneath here, acceleration, brilliance, standing in your light, and that was what's perfect. So yeah, so you are standing in your light. You kicked whatever that pattern was. The woe is me, the seeing yourself in a small frame. There you go. You're not doing so anymore, and yeah, and when that small frame or that karmic self or that falls away there, it's when myself. It's yeah, it's like a whole new world. You step into this whole new energy. You don't even realize how much of that old energy that heavier energy you were holding until you stand in that light energy. So yeah, keep moving forward there. I'm gonna pull one more card. And we've got here we go. The Thin Veil. This is from the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. This is the Thin Veil. There we go. And so your veil is thinned so you can see between your old self and that new self. So you've broken those patterns, right? So that's when the veil can thin, as you can see the old and the new, and when you're standing in that or moving away from the old. And so in this aspect, you let go and let glow. And yeah, that's exactly what you're doing is you've let go of all that stuff. And really, as you walk through now, you can get up in the dawning, like I said before, you can get up and even if you're late for work, so to speak, you don't have that panic attack feeling because you are in the glow. So favorite, this is awesome. All right, so keep that once you get to that state, unless you like really fall apart, it's hard to you can't regress. So enjoy it because you've earned getting to that state, and you only get more and more and more in frame. And so yeah, awesome stuff. Hope that helped. All right, we got Hershey. Did she freeze? Is she drinking? Nope, she's
No,
drinking.
I was.
Yeah, it
I was
just looked like that
pissed.
because you were sipping there, and it just looked like it was frozen. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because
hope
I
that
was
helps,
leaning
man.
back. I was leaning. I was leaning. I was leaning. All right. So we have Nathan, and I need to get my next list up eventually. So we have Nathan and Pilgor.
Perfect.
I love that, Norman. All right. Oh. Angie, can you get that final list up for me, please? And I'll go ahead and pen it.
Last call for alcohol.
Yep. Yeah, I think she's already done last call and closed the list already. I am
Oh,
way behind. Way behind.
We like that card.
Okay. Bunch of mumbo jumbo over there.
Thank you. I'm reading the chat here. Tina says, "Can anybody else see Jayesh's higher self speak with him as Hershey is reading?"
Oh,
Interesting.
really?
And then she put in there, "I can hear Angie put, I can hear the difference between the vocal cord tones and his dialect. And then Millie put in, yes, Tina, he gets more centered and confident and his voice gets deeper. Wow, thanks, guys. Thank you. Really grateful. Yes, his whole face changes for me. Thank you, Tina. Really, guys, thank you.
So, man, there's a lot of fives going on. We got 52, 55,
Big change.
57. Got lots of fives going on, right? Fives are also about the body, right? They represent the actual physical human body. Sometimes we fully engage within ourselves, and sometimes we don't, right? So sometimes when it comes to strength and yours, this is the one that's kind of throwing me off. It's in reverse, right? So we got all of these cards over here that represent this beautiful body, right? And then they're paired with energy like shield, stick, pentagram, ankh. These are words of metaphysical value. They have spiritual knowledge, and with knowledge comes power, and with power comes, well, the idea of knowing we don't really know what we think we know, right? Sometimes we really think we know, and then we find out ultimately we don't know, right? Or it's not exactly what we thought it was, right? There's a promise for judgment for you, and it comes within the body, right? So if there's a part of you that you are disowning, or you don't agree with, or you don't like, or you don't know how to love that part of you because nobody showed you how to properly love that part of you, then I'm very sorry that no one took the time to say, I love that part of you. I reach that part of you. I understand that part of you. I see that part of you. So if you're struggling with that, there is a promise for you to see you differently, right? So the promise comes in with pentacles. So this pentacles is that earth connection, but it's also when you understand what it's representing also the materialistic world. You have to live in a materialistic world, right? You have to live around people that are going to have their own thoughts, their own assumptions, their own opinions. They're going to have a judgment. They're going to hear your voice before they know what you even sound like. They're going to see you coming before they even know they don't know you enough to judge you, right? So I want you to get very comfortable with you, right? So I really want you to dive into every single part of you. Just sit down with yourself, literally. Sit down with your mind, sit down with your chin, sit down with your shoulders, your elbows, your lovely love handles, because I'm over here pinching and jiggling mine as I'm saying it, because I think everybody should have love handles because they're just wonderful. And, I don't know. I know what it's like to get cold and ain't got no meat on your body. It gets cold. I'm just joking, but I'm not joking. What I'm saying is that you do have to find a way. Trust me, I've got all kinds of parts of me that I didn't know how to love either, because everyone else made me feel like that didn't fit, that didn't look right. It's too big, it's too this, blah, 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 blah. All that forced thought shit has got to go. You need to get into your body, according to my cards, and you need to get very loving with you and very tuned out with them. Force them out. Turn your strength around, but turn it around on them, their judgment and their opinion. Let them have it. They're not paying your bills. They're not putting a smile on your face. So let them have the opinion, but way over there. That's what I've got for you, Ben.
All right, Nathan, brother. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. This is the Hero's Journey deck, and we're on the Hero's Journey, but let's see what you're here. You're the hero of your own journey, right? And so let's see what go. All right, Auntie M. There's no place like home. Is what the card says here. It's a number 6, which we're talking about love and loving yourself. Loving your 6 is the angelic number of love. And it says there's a nestle into the sweetness. So what I'm getting, and if we tie this into, and I'll pull another card here in a moment. I see that 5 body, and I also see 5s in my universe. I see them as signifiers of change as well. Unexpected change, not bad or good. You judge everything on your own merit, but stepping into that change, whatever that change is, and I think right now, and what I'm getting based on what Hershey said, and combining that with what I'm getting, and Hershey will laugh here from Miles as well. Here is that you are stepping into, you're changing how you're seeing yourself, and it's not easy, and so now when we start to change how we see ourselves, we have to battle the karmic, those in our universe who don't see the change inside ourselves, who see us as that person that they either knew, or see us on the outside as that superficial, but on the inside, you can't see the changes that you go through. And so as you're going through those changes, there's no place like home. Well, home, not only home can be your new place that you got, but home can also be inside yourself, right? And so as you go through these changes, yeah, screw what anybody else has to say. They're not inside you. They don't know what you're going through. So arguing with them, fighting, or anything else won't work. You know what'll work is just going, I know what I know, and returning back to what? Home inside yourself. So hopefully that works there. But I've been dealing with just around my mother did on the phone. People don't see change, right? And people will hold an image of who you are, and when they hold that image, you have to. It's almost like you have to prove to them that you're not that image, right? And so, don't prove anything to anybody that you're not any other image. Prove it to yourself that you're not that image, right? That's the thing. And so, hope that helps. Love you, brother Nathan. Love you, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Pilgor, Lulu, Rossi, PLR, and Angie. Okay. Pilgor. Which, if I am saying your name wrong, please correct me, because I suck with pronouncing shit. I suck. I literally heard you say frog, and the damn frog shows up. You know what? Go away. No, you have too much energy right now. Go away.
It's 1, 2, 3. Movement forward. 1, 2, 3.
Pilgor. Yes, that's right. Yes. Okay, good. And you'd be surprised. You know, my real name is Hershey, and well, yeah, you can imagine.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I see it that way. Okay. Let's see over here. No, because I don't know where my printout's out. So I'm going to just have to wing it. Okay. What are we looking at here? So we got 7, 11, 2. We got a 3 there. We got a 3 there. We got a bunch of 3s there. got 33. Okay, 38. So 3, and then we got 3 over here, and we got 3 right here. Okay, so the number 3. The number 3, 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 the number 3. What am I doing with the number 3? Where am I going with the number 3? Where am I going with the number 3? Ooh, where are we going with the number 3? The number 3, the number 3. The number 3 shows you things like, so the number 3 is very significant for me, right? So in my world, I live by the rule of 3. I don't do things 3 times unless I'm ready to form the habit. Don't know how it works like that. Don't know if it's just me or if it's literally everyone and everywhere. But once I do it, somewhere down the road, it starts forming patterns. If I see it 3 times, a pattern has started. If I hear it 3 times, a pattern has started, right? So you get 38, 33, 53, 63, 53 is paired with a frog, right? So 53 being paired with a frog. A frog is, that prince in waiting, but they're also the one that is patiently waiting, right? They're not going to just literally hop to hop. They're not going to hop at every opportunity because there's only one that sets them free, right? You're going to become the frog. I don't think you're the frog yet because all the other 3s are paired with the energy of magician, right? The magician is about mixing it all together and understanding it quite differently. So all these 3s over here that are sitting here, bell, door, pitchfork, mushroom, they're all sitting on this 3 energy, whether it's a single 3, a combined 3, reduced 3, a strong 3, like 33, 30, or the best one yet, 66, which breaks down to a whole bunch of 3s, right? So understanding that 3 is ultimately, and I noticed that they also only wanted 3 cards here and they only wanted 3 cards over here, even though the only thing they're letting me play with is the magician card. It's all about you understanding what it is that 3 does for you. So whether you see it as literally the light or as you see it as a warning, it is your choice how you choose to see the 3. But however it revolves in your world, whether it's red flags or wonderful things to come or anywhere in the middle there, make sure that you understand that you will eventually become the frog in this gorgeous, beautiful 53 that turns into this gorgeous alchemist, this sorcerer that is blended with all the elements. But right now, you're just that magician having fun. So play around, keep playing, but the world of 3 is definitely calling for you. I hope that helps you.
All right, Pilgore. I went to a school called Kilgore. But yeah, all right, Pilgore. Let's see what we got here. All right, this is again Master Ascensions Light Code deck, and 5 is a change. 3 in my universe. I use 5 as a number for change. The 555 or 3 would be like work, or like the Freemasons, right? The Master and Freemasons, a 33 level Mason, then 32 and below, and of course Fahrenheit was a 33 level Mason because everybody below him is frozen, and so he's 33. You're all freezing at 32. Let's see what we get here. All right, this is going to tie in exactly what Hershey said. Here, we're going to pull a couple cards. This one says seek deeper understanding. So, yeah, so something, and then I like what she said there with the frog turning into the magician. Something's coming into your frame that you have to turn down. I don't know what it is, but there's something energy in your universe that's trying to form that would leave you in the frog state versus the magician state. I don't know what it is, but you do. It would be pretty glaring. You should know. But let's pull another card here from the same deck and see what we get. And this one's going to be gratitude. So, what are you, something something's coming in that you're not appreciating, or maybe you are, but it's not going to build you the universe that you are looking for to turn you into that magician. Um, it's going to limit your universe. Let me pull one more card here. We're going to ask the angels on this here, so let's see what they say. All right, we'll come to a peaceful resolution. There we go. So peaceful resolution is the final card. So what's coming into your frame that you need to dispel or to push out of your frame to become the magician? Don't get caught up by the shiny things that this might show you, whatever the shiny things are. But is this really what your soul is calling you to do, or is this just because there's shiny things? Yeah, so stay in that frog energy and pass on the things that don't fit. You don't want to kiss a frog, right? So don't let them into your universe. There we go. All right. So good stuff. Good stuff. But it will have a peaceful resolution because you'll be standing in the right energy, and you'll know that's the peaceful resolution for you. All right. Thank you. Hopefully that helps there, Pilgor. And have a great day.
Thanks for
Appreciate you
letting
being
us
here.
read for you, Phil Core. That was great. Real quick, as we get ready to read for Lulu, Angie, put if you know your time, your birth, your date, like if you know what time, like me, I was born at 3:03 in the morning. So if you know like your birthday, you would put it in there one full line and then just click your sun and moon and rising. Just literally put them three words in there, sun, moon, rising, and Google will tell you. All right, Lulu, you are up. Live past 3, 4, and other readers say possibly 10 past lives. What?
Yeah, only 10 past lives?
I thought it was 13. I thought we had 13 walks, or at least that's my understanding. Maybe there's some misinformation there or misunderstanding of what was said, but I was told that we have 13 walks. And we don't do them all consecutively or in a row or anything like that. We do them at very different increments. My grandfather was a Mason too. All right, Lulu. Lulu, you're here, right? We got Lulu and Rossi and PLR.
Yep, Lulu's here.
Yay. Okay, well. This is way too many cards. Okay, wait. Why? Why? There's more going on here. There's way too much going on here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so you want it like this. Okay, so this would be over here. All right. Okay. Wow.
All righty.
So the amount of cards that just literally fell out is, I would literally say email me for a shadow read. Completely up to you. if I'm just looking at it right now to look for a pattern, I'm not really. It's not jumping at me, so I'm just gonna have to talk my way through it right here, right? But it does start very peculiarly, right? So we start off literally with the girl card, right? So when we think about this is where we start and we end with the hag card, the crone card, right? So the little girl in the crone, right? So the innocence of the child and the maturity of life experiences, right? We start, it's literally starting here, right? So when you think about it starting at innocence, at a childlike process, it goes right into the heart, bone, and skull, right? It literally goes right into this. So I think that knowledge came to you quite easily. I think it's part of your hereditary. It's just in you. It's a part of you, like you know it, right? Skull represents an everlasting part of us. It's also one of the hardest bones we have in our body, right? It's thick there. It's thick. It's got to protect an incredibly important organ, right? So the skull also represents in a way the afterlife, right? It says that a part of you continues to go, right? So not to mention it's really right above the hag, the chrome card, right? The mature part. So understanding it that way, let's just stay right in there. We also have I, sun, and shell, right? So again, these don't really go together until I understand that they're all again low numbers, not low numbers, I'm sorry, like the one concept. We've got 11, 13, 15, 10, 14, 13. You see what I'm saying? We got those double digits, but again, they all start with a one. So that me, myself, and I concept, that one, that us, that knowing, right? That magician within us understands us a little differently than maybe what other people understand about you, right? With you knowing that it's a part of who you are, it's embedded in your heart, it's embedded in your head, and it's literally part of you. It's your DNA, it's who you are. You were created to understand things quite differently when done sort of in the light of day, so to speak, right? Maybe you shine differently. Maybe you're a sun child that shines differently in the sun. Maybe you glitter. Maybe your skin is like diamonds in the sun when you figure something out. You know, the light doesn't just come on in your head, yours glows through your whole body. I don't know. Maybe you're a moon child, not a sun child. Maybe you just understand that sun, that illuminator that it is, you understand it differently than maybe some of us do. I don't know. There's something about you understanding every part of your life and those of others, from the innocence to the crone parts of us. And also the number one. That's what I got for you, babe.
All right. So no, thank you. No specific pattern. Interesting. But the pattern is that from what I can see from what you're reading there is that you can carry yourself, yeah, from child to maturity though. Understanding your universe. I did pull a card in between there. There's so I pulled as we were doing. I was pulled called to pull Shiva. I ended up pulling. So there's Shiva would be energetic release. It says at the end of a cycle, that's our pay choosing your destiny. So if you can see understanding your life, then you've cleared. If you are understanding, then Lulu, you would have cleared your karma then. So if that's the case, and your karmic debt's not physical enough, your karmic debt's being paid, then you get to choose your own, like, choose your destiny, right? So, and if you're understanding, then yeah, you've been walking your destiny. We're gonna pull another card here. Different deck. There we go. Yeah, something is, and I'm also seeing something coming into your frame here. All right, perfect. So yeah, so what I'm seeing is that be open to receive. So as you are stepping through, and I know it may sound a little vague, but it may not be in your universe, but so it says abundance. You're open to receive. So as you're stepping through there is something coming through. And then we get the I am presence. We've been doing the I am and the good dawning. So I am presence going within. So go within there, and something's coming through. I may have gotten these cards in flip order there, but something's going to be coming through. Um, you're in a shift. If you look at the card we just had here, it's back in the deck, but the Shiva card there, you are in a shift. You've released your karmic patterns, and as you are mastering yourself and understanding your life, there's something framing out and something that be open to receive as you go inside yourself there as the gifts start to come through. But that's what I've got for you, Lulu. Hopefully it helps. Thank you.
Hey, Brother Thomas. All right. So Lulu, we got Rossi, PLR, and then Angie. All right. Rossi. She's at work. She might hopefully still be on lunch break. If not, she'll have to come back and get the replay. She did say
Thomas.
something about
Hi, Thomas.
break.
Welcome.
Hey, Brother Thomas. What up? All right, there. Okay, well, we're surrounded with pentacle energy. And of course, we get pentacles over here too. We get 2 of the 3 are pentacles. So we got that material world going on, right? So I don't know. I'm not quite sure how I'm trying to get it, but I don't think I'm getting it yet. So sometimes we have to like put our foot down, right? Some people take us and play us for a fool or whatever, however the situation may go. Or, they may think that there's like the word brown noser is coming to mind, but I don't know who it is. But I feel like you could be coming in contact, or someone is going to think you could be what's the word I'm looking here for? I don't want to just okay, so I'm just gonna say it, puppet, right? Like a puppet on a string. I feel like they think no, 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 no. I don't know why it's coming in on Pentacles energy, but it feels more like family actually. I feel like they like to kind of like put their foot down, so to speak, or apply pressure or whatever. I feel like this individual knows what they do. They intentionally do it, right? So this person is not of greatest um energy because they can't remove the distractions, right? And if they're focusing on you and your life, then they can't even focus on their life to remove the distractions because they're too busy focusing on you, right? They're over here with the kind of energy that just makes you not even want to deal with them, but at the same time, you don't have a choice because I feel like they're family, right? I feel like because it's over here with Ankh energy, it almost has to be family or that lifelong friend you had since high school. Anyway, I feel like you need to literally kind of put your foot down with them, because if you don't, they're going to always kind of think they can try to manipulate the situation. You know what I'm saying? You got pop it in reverse with foot and bell. So it's all about putting your foot down to like form boundaries and make disruption sounds so that they understand that they can't play with you that way anymore. So um yeah, just keep keep going forward, but whoever this person is, they definitely, I think they like to play with your emotions. So I hope you can figure it out. I hope this can help you. And if not, if it doesn't resonate, then absolutely just let it fly, because this one was a little different for me.
All right, Rossi. Thank you, Christian. Pentacle energies, material world. All right. Put your foot down. Just don't put it down in mud, right? Let's see
Oh,
what we got.
she says, yeah, it is family. I gotcha. Okay.
All right. I got a 22 here. For this, you were born. So that's partnership. What is there a falling out? Something that's going on with your family that, let me see. Let me take this deeper here. Here we go. All right, we can grab the Divine Masters deck here. Seems to, I got to get a few new decks, but let's see what we got here, guys. All right. I got a Babaji again. Mahavakta Babaji. There we go. And I think interconnectedness. So something is going. Oh, I'm not seeing the chat, but I saw that you did say it is with your family. Are you somewhere you're not being seen? And a lot of us spiritual folks aren't seen by our family. We're still seen as that karmic individual. I'm not saying that's the case, but there's something that they're not seeing that you're trying to express. I don't know what that is. We'll ask one more deck here. We'll ask Archangel Raphael. Um, what is it that Rossi's trying to express that's not being seen? Yeah, something about, are you making a change? Are they not liking the changes that you're making? It says sacred birthing, embracing the future. Something about like you're making there's a change coming. You're making a change, you're presented a change to them. I don't know. But they're not, somebody's not down with what's going on and then nobody has to be down with what's going on in your universe. We all don't want to have conflict with our family or anything, but at the same time. But yeah, so something about a change that something you presented to your family did not sit well. You're trying to give birth, you're giving birth to something and embracing your future, but they're not coming along, and I don't know why, but that's what I'm picking up there, and hopefully, as far as finding a solution, I'll ask one more question here. What's the best way to find a solution to that? And it is either way, it doesn't seem to matter. It's you're going to find it anyways. It's biggie, happy changes. So it's kind of like what I'm getting at is I'm seeing just like step over whatever they're doing and just go into your big happy change and let that be the change that what they need to see, and that your changes will when you change and it change, then they'll come around. But so be the big happy changes that are coming to your universe. All right. Thank you. I hope that helps, Rossi. Love you.
He says, I'm keeping away from people that like the conflict. I'm tired of being responsible for other people. Hey. Good shit. All right, we are at 1 hour, 18 minutes. Are you okay, Josh? We got two
Yeah.
left. Do you need to
Yeah.
go?
Let's do it. Yep.
Okay.
Let's do PLR and Angie, and then we can call it.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, PLR and Angie. Okay. 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 Energy of the sea. Okay. I think I got you. Oh, no, that is half the deck. That doesn't count. No.
Have to. We can read half the one.
Right? Like literally just fell right out. Like, nope, we're not doing it.
Oh, well.
Oh, we got 3 spades. Okay. All right. So we got 3 spades going on over there. All right. So we got a lot of cutthroat energy going on over here. And I say we got a lot of cutthroat energy because I got bees with stingers, I got owls in reverse, and I got diamonds upside down, right? So this hurts, right? I don't know exactly what it is because all of it is paired with the energy of Saturn, and Saturn is it's an energy that likes contact, right? Not corrupted, but they like contact. They like to imprint in different ways. They like to make sure that the world knows that Saturn is there. It's one of them wonderful things like Mercury retrograde that just kind of sends everybody in a downward spiral when they hear that their Saturn has returned, right? We're not talking about the birthday. We're talking about the actual Saturn return that comes about every 30-ish, 27 to 30 years. It just keeps coming back around our birthday, and usually our whole existence falls apart every damn time. Although we can clean it up, we understand that is that Saturn return, or at least this is the way they are presenting it to me. And it feels like you're being stung by a million bees over and over again because your bees are upside down, right? They're not in the right side position where they're pollinating and they're doing the right thing. They're over here being diabetic pain in the boots because you know what it's like to be stung by a million of them things, right? It is uncomfortable and it hurts. You got your diamond in reverse, you got your owl in reverse, so something about the messages maybe isn't being quite as crystal clear as it should be. So paying close attention to that and feeling like you're getting nothing but acorns is a sign of a wonderful thing, because listen, acorns are powerful little focus things. They're also good offerings. So if they're throwing them at you, it's because they're trying to get your attention, not your neighbors, not the one you're walking with, and not the person that you're approaching. They're trying to get your attention. Is it a warning, a blessing, a red flag? I don't know. It's all those shoulda, woulda, couldas that we should have been paying attention to. So make sure that you understand that right now, whatever this return is that feels like it's coming back on you quite heavy and almost unbreathable, unmanageable, this is something that will soon pass, but it's only going to get greater later because you understand it for what it is. So take it in for exactly what it is. But the only way you turn this around is if you actually start doing more self-investing within yourself and allowing more spiritual blind faith to lead you instead of trying to be in control so much. So maybe try to cut some of that control out and then just kind of pick up the pieces wherever they lay and then move forward. But let it happen. It feels like it needs to happen. Something needs to happen. It's going to be okay on the other end of it, but it's going to be painful, rough, and maybe even a little disturbing. But sometimes storms get that way. The worse the storm, the better the payoff on the other end of it. That's what I've got for you.
All right, thank you. PLR. Let's see what we got. All right, let's see. All right, so I pulled a card from Isis. Cutthroat energy, Saturn return. So hopefully not the return to crumble to reshift your whole universe there. But let's see what we got. Divine Sunshine is the card. All right, Divine Sunshine. Let me show you the card real quick. There we go. A lot to it. And it says, blessings of the sun falcon. Blessings of the sun falcon, the divine sun child, Horus, who's been all over the place lately, a son of Isis and Osiris, flow to you now, beloved initiate. It is time for you to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn without veil, just like midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. Blessings of the sun falcon herald the time of your divine legacy being born. It is your time to burn bright. So basically, based on, if I back this up with what Hershey said there, it's time for you to burn, to cut yourself out of these energies that are these cutthroat energies. It's time for you to ignite your sun and stand strong in your flame and step on top of these energies. An owl reverse means you're not making wise decisions. A diamond in reverse means you're not seeing things brightly. You're missing out on abundance. And so it's asking for you then to step into that energy where you are now the light and you take the direction. So hopefully that helps, but that's what I'm definitely seeing here, PLR. And it kind of, it totally matches. So yeah, step through there and realize you're that divine sun child, and anything else, just kind of Sekhmet energy. Carry yourself with that heavier energy. Watch what happens.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Hello, our beautiful Georgia Peach goddess. How are you, Amanda? Long time no see. Well, not long time. I just talked to you the other day, but definitely don't get in your chat enough. I'd be asleep. But I will be honest, you be coming in on the morning time, and I'd be like, I'm rubbing my eyes, just listening. All right, Angie, it is your turn, babe, and that will conclude our Tuesday's Twice Told Twisted Tarot. Blah. Say that 10 times real quick, right?
Right? Oh my God.
G. Well, something's definitely meant for you. I'm getting a lot of 80s over here, right? 80, 81, 88, 84, 87. The number's 87. Those, 87. $15, right? Well, when you think about 15, what is 15? It's not just a 6. The 15 is what, the death card? The card of transformation, right? So if I look at it in that concept, because we do have devil, candle, rope, ribbon, ladder, I have to think about you climbing the ranks, right? I don't think you're climbing the ranks to a job position type thing. What I'm saying is that you are climbing the ranks so that you can pull your ass out of the bullshit that life made sure you found. That's the best part of a spiritual journey, is realizing that you have finally reached your bottom. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you done with the sick and tired, guess what happens? You're not even done being sick and tired anymore, because you're still over there contemplating how many times you can say it to where it finally makes sense. And then you realize, I am the ladder. I am the light. I am the change that I need right now. I see it. Now, how do I apply it? You be it, you become it. You literally put yourself in a cocoon. You were already in a dark spot. Stay there until you fully immerse, ready to literally just put your hand up and lift your own self up. You cannot depend on near another person to do the lifting. It's never going to happen. Your ladder won't ever appear. No one is going to stick a hand down into the darkness that they can't see to help you. They can't see that you're down there. They don't know that you're down there unless they're encouraging you to stay a little longer. Get where I'm going with that? So, you are your own rope. You are your own ladder. You are your own light. Now, you guess what? We all have an angel and a devil on our shoulders. Learn to use that devil on your shoulder as intimidation for other people, not intimidation for yourself, and monkey mind and controlled thoughts and just letting any damn body dance around in your head for free. They don't want to pay the cost to get into your heart and live rent free. They don't deserve to be in your head because they're not going to pay the fucking rent anyway. So you can do this. You are the only one that can pull you out of this situation. That's what I've got for you, babe.
All right, Angie. The first thing that comes to mind is Rob Schneider. You can do it, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, I was
any
thinking
Adam
Little
Sandler.
Nicky vibes. The Adam Sandler,
Yeah,
the part where in Little Nicky where he's like, "You can do it," and they're about to bite the head. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
go ahead.
but that's a deal in every single Adam Sandler movie. Rob Schneider says, "Going, you can do it," and so you can do it, Angie, and
Yeah,
that's really and Miles is like, that's all you need to know is it just you can
that's
do it.
it.
But no, seriously though, we will pull a card though, but you can do it. And then he's like, Josh did it. You can do it. No, we all had to do it. It's
That's
that
right.
reclaiming. It's unless you want to recycle and come back to planet Earth, it's that whole reclaiming your energy so that you stand and frame as source in yourself, and you are your own master creator. And then once you, that's the whole trick, right? And so once we dump our, but you can't see that forest through the trees until you start to clear all your karmic stuff. So once that's right, and so when you clear the karmic stuff, and you have to realize that wait a minute, you created all, you are the creator of it all, anyways. And so, and that's why we say not in our universe, because we realize through our eyes that we see what we choose. But so, all right. So, and then gratitude comes up and came up again, and that seems to be certain energies just float around, right? So, if you can be grateful, even if you're not standing where you want to be, as it peels away, each step is another level of gratitude, right? So, as you feel, if you don't know what you're standing in, you don't know how heavy. Dog doesn't know that it would be weigh 10 pounds less if it took its fur off, right? You don't know what you're wearing energetically, so to speak, until either you can stand above it, see it, or it starts to fall away, makes itself known as it falls away, right? Um, you may know your patterns, but you don't know how heavy the energy was. There we go. And so from this end, as it starts to fall away, replace it all with gratitude, even for the heaviness, because you got to replace the energy with something. Gratitude tends to be the best way to. Ooh, I'm grateful. That's wow. I was carrying that. Ooh, wow. That was heavy. I didn't even realize I was carrying all that, and that's where the gratitude can easily come in. The next card I got is plant medicine. So maybe we all do ourselves here, but the microdosing shrooms to find balance. We are not doctors here. We do not give medical advice. This is not the. I do not have an MD or a PhD or anything else. I am not fully trained, and I am not your mother or your doctor. You are your own doctor, really, anyways. But nonetheless, yeah, utilizing plant medicine in fashion, however that works for you. I always say if you have depression, and microdosing shrooms tends to fix that. You check your own legalities as well, and yes, here they open healing centers, so you can actually do that legally here in Colorado. We'll put one more. Final card is the perfect card as well, because we tend to judge ourselves based on how others love us, and we should not. It's hard to do that though. You have to clear a lot of stuff to get to that point. But when you can get to that point, it's really all about self-love and really learning to love yourself as source. So there we go, self-love. And so if you can clear whatever anybody else is thinking, saying, or doing, and stay in that frame of you are the source love, you are the love you are looking for. Like if I'm looking for, I am looking for, but I am the love that I am looking for in the relationship that I'm looking for, right? And so
Mhm.
it's just going to be a grand mirror of that. So self love is the real key to all of this. This couldn't be any other card that to end this whole thing with, because it all ends up with self love to begin with. I think hopefully that helps Angie. But
Absolutely.
you are the change you are looking for. You are the self love you are looking for. You are the universe that you are looking for. And once you start to realize that, and I'm then stepping into that, don't beat yourself up if you have days where that's not like that, where you fall back and it's like you're not seeing you just you fall into the old energies. As long as you have more days where you realize that your source, that you are, I am, then you don't, you're good.
Hmm.
Love you.
We made it. We made it, Josh. We made it through
I
another Tuesday.
survived.
We made it.
We all, you know what, we always make it. That's the crazy thing. We think we're never going to make it, but everything you've ever been through, you've what made it through. Everything that's ever happened, you've made it through.
100% of it.
Every
So,
movie you've ever watched is ended. Every concert, you will, everything.
I love it. All right. So I am going to struggle, and I'm not kidding you guys. I am struggling trying to figure out what decks work, right? So we
Wait,
are
wait,
going.
wait. I'm getting. Why are you struggling? Just let the right decks come to you.
No, 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 no. I don't think I own them yet. So what I was going to say is
Right.
I'm going to start speaking that the decks find me that work with patterns. Mine work with patterns, but they keep wanting to go to a shadow read. And it's like, I don't want to do a shadow read. I want to do a pattern.
See, and these are all about healing, so I need to find somewhere in between too.
So I want both of us to tell them decks to find us, whether it's one deck or 10 decks. I don't know, and I don't care, and I'm not putting any limitations. But if you in the chat right now or future watchers, if you know of the absolute perfect deck that pulls patterns, shows patterns, breaks patterns down, whether it's through surrealist kind of ways, metaphysical kind of ways, or any kind of way, please, please, please go into the chats or email me or Josh. If you're in our Discord, please tag us in the Discord patch post, whatever, so that Josh and I can start working on manifesting these decks, because I absolutely love this. I'm absolutely loving the Patrick Valenza pocket, the mini pocket oracle. I'm feeling it. And I think I need to get more into the realm of playing the memory games, so to speak. So this is just an open heart call out to any and all of the decks that anybody may have. You may have the perfect deck and you want to share it with us, not by giving it to us, but by giving us a link or a name of it, or just the way you work with it. So keep
Yeah,
us in
totally.
mind as we keep working all our kinks out on our new Tuesday show. But again, thank you for helping me co-host this wonderful Twice Told Twisted Tarot Tuesday. I appreciate you sharing the space and your time with me, Brother Josh.
Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. And subscribe to both our channels, guys, and we will see you favorably in the next. Have a great day, guys.
Absolutely. Bye, everybody. Do all the
Love
YouTube
you.
things.